It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday, December 21st. I'm James Spann. Rapidly approaching Christmas. The weather getting active. We have a chance of severe weather on Wednesday. Temperatures near record levels this week. Maybe some flooding problems. A lot of things to talk about. So here we go. The subtropical jet stream in play this morning. After a cold and dry weekend, the moisture is back. And we had rain falling over parts of Alabama this morning. That was the radar at 4:59. Rain mainly west of Interstate 65, north of Interstate 20, but this is the beginning of what promises to be a very wet weather pattern for the state. Temperature is not as cold, obviously, this morning. The colder pockets got down to about 20 early Saturday morning, but this morning we're in the 40s and 50s. Birmingham at 53. We'll expect a high in the 60s today. And around the region, if you're looking for cold air, you're really not going to find it. Again, the El Nino blowtorch will be back this week. We'll be flirting with record highs later this week. On the watch warning map, if you're looking for snow and cold, head west. We've been saying that for days. Winter storm warnings for many states in the northwest United States, especially in the mountains. We note there's a flash flood watch in effect now for southeast Alabama, including Dothan and Enterprise and Geneva. And I would imagine that will be expanded to include a larger part of South Alabama, as they could see some very heavy rain over the next 5 days. And we'll get a good bit up here as well. Convective outlook, there's a marginal severe weather risk today and tonight over parts of southeast Louisiana and coastal Mississippi. No problems here. Now, tomorrow there is a marginal severe weather risk for South Alabama, Mobile, Dothan, Greenville, Thomasville, Andalusia, Atmore, Gulf Shores. There's the standard slight risk over parts of eastern Texas up into southeast Oklahoma, southwest Arkansas, northwest Louisiana. A lot of people are traveling this week, so we'll spend a little more time on these maps that show the United States. And, of course, for us, the attention is on day 3, which is Wednesday. This is valid Wednesday and Wednesday night. The standard slight risk from about Shreveport to Nashville. In Alabama, this is generally along and north of Interstate 59. And then there's a marginal risk surrounding that. The marginal risk runs as far north as Indianapolis, almost over to Greenville, South Carolina, and then down to the Gulf Coast. But obviously the attention will be focused on the standard slight risk. This is a little higher resolution look at that line. And understand, thunderstorms don't know where these lines are. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do, but that is the SPC boundary between the standard slight risk, which is in yellow, and that's really west of a line from Tuscaloosa to Huntsville, and the marginal risk, which is in green. And this will change a good bit between now and then, but that obviously will be the focus of this discussion. Rain a lot. This is the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning. This has a bullseye near Dothan of 6.7 inches. And clearly, the southern part of the state will see the heaviest rain. And up this way, we're going to get a lot, easily 1 to 3 inches here. This is a look at the data in the short term. This is valid through Wednesday evening. Again, this is just between now and Wednesday evening. And again, that depicts that really heavy rain over South Alabama and amounts up this way, 1 to 3 inches. And the question is, could there be some heavy convection over South Alabama that just might block the inflow and reduce the severe weather chance here on Wednesday? That's something we'll take a look at. So let's go in and just do it day by day. All right, this is today. 12 noon off the GFS, the 06Z run. This is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground, troughing to the west, a moist air mass, and rain is likely today and tonight. Nothing severe. This is the high-resolution HER model this evening at 6 o'clock, and that just shows a big old mass of rain. That's not showers, that's rain. There might be some embedded thunder, but just probably rain. So rain likely this afternoon and tonight. And the high today will be in the low 60s in most spots. All right, this is tomorrow. We'll show you much of the country in case you're traveling. The east is wet and very mild. A snowstorm cranks up out west. That could be a big snow for Denver and points west. Snow up north for the Dakotas and Montana. And again, if you're looking for snow on the ground on Christmas Day, that's your place. Tomorrow, clearly, there will be a chance of showers here, maybe not as wet as today. This is a day where basically a warm front's coming north. That's a good coverage rain. Tomorrow, yes, a chance of showers, but I don't think it rains all day. The sun might break out briefly, probably not much. And we start to really turn mild. The high tomorrow should be around 70. There could be a few stronger storms over South Alabama tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening where the air is more unstable. This is 3 o'clock tomorrow, and you can see the most widespread rain over the southern half of the state, and again, maybe some strong storms there. For North Alabama, showers possible, but as we talked about, it's not going to be an all-day rain. All right, this is Wednesday, and this is the what should be our most active day in terms of the severe weather potential. You can see that big trough axis west of the state. Down below that, a surface low is pretty far north. It's north of St. Louis, 989 millibars, but it's very deep. We are obviously in a very moist, unstable air mass. We are going to be up in the low and mid-70s, near record levels. And again, in the western states, the snow continues. This is the instability at noon on Wednesday, the surface-based CAPE, that's convective available potential energy. This is a sign of the buoyancy of the atmosphere. You need a lot of that for, I say a lot, you need some of that for severe weather. And you've got pretty high values over Mississippi, West Alabama, and Louisiana. So buoyancy and instability should not be a problem. Shear, this is the storm relative helicity between 0 and 1 kilometers, and the units are maxed out over northwest Alabama. And again, you'll be looking where you have sufficient shear and helicity in combination. And in Alabama, it certainly seems like that area north of Interstate 59 is the preferred sweet spot, if you will. This is the wind field, the low-level jet about 5,000 feet off the ground, where you see the shades of yellow there, up there around the shoals. That's in excess of 65 knots. So, and again, some of that will be transferred down to the surface. So storms that form Wednesday and Wednesday night are capable of producing strong straight-line winds and maybe a few tornadoes with those shear values. And this is the STP, the significant tornado parameter, at midday, noon on Wednesday. And again, the numbers are quite robust. In excess of 4 units from near Jackson, Mississippi, back over into far eastern Texas. And in Alabama, the units are in excess of 2 over West Alabama. So clearly, we'll have to be on the lookout for severe weather Wednesday. I think where we are, the prime chance would be during the afternoon and nighttime hours. I'd probably just say noon until midnight. We'll open up that 12-hour window. And again, all modes of severe weather possible, a few tornadoes, storms with damaging straight-line winds, maybe some hail. The higher probability of tornadoes would be along and west of Interstate 59. In fact, let me just show you the graphic that the Weather Service has drawn up here. And this gets into this confusion over Cullman County, and they're in the process of fixing that. Cullman County belongs to the Birmingham television market. You should be watching us. But your warnings come from the Huntsville National Weather Service, which has nothing to do with television market. That's the reason Cullman's not on here. But you can clearly see Cullman is in that standard risk. And again, on this graphic, they have some different verbiage, but obviously the areas in orange there, that's where we'll have the better chance of tornadoes, I think. And then as you get off into the yellow to the south and east of Interstate 59, there could be a tornado, but the risk is not as high there. So everybody, people are traveling and you got guests coming in. Just be sure you can hear warnings on Wednesday and Wednesday night. All right, Thursday. This is Wednesday night at midnight, 12 a.m. Thursday. The surface low moves up into Canada. And we still got active storms here, but the severe weather threat should be fading at that point. And now, this is Christmas Eve. This is December 24th. And the GFS model suggesting the front stalls out over North Alabama, meaning we're not going to get into cooler and drier air. The air stays moist. It will be very mild, if not warm, for December, and will maintain a chance of showers. There might be a strong storm, but the severe weather threat on Thursday is very limited. The GFS is printing a high of 74. That's not a record for December 24th. Back in 1964, we hit 77. But still, warm, cloudy, showery for Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, looking wet at times and very mild, low to mid 70s. In fact, the latest GFS is printing 75. If by chance we hit that, that will be a record. Other runs have shown us closer to 70. It's going to be a close call. But clearly, for now, the weather for Christmas Day, warm, cloudy, showery. Severe weather not expected. A new surface low cranks up over the plains of Colorado, and snow cranks up at Denver. If by chance you'll be there for Christmas, it could be a very snowy day. Snow up into parts of Wyoming and Utah. These are the anomalies Christmas Day. Temperatures, look at the blowtorch over the southeast. El Nino. It happens. One of the warmest Christmas days on record for the east, but cold in the west. Snow cover Christmas Day at midday. Better chance of snow on the ground. Green Bay, Wisconsin to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and points west, especially in the mountains. Okay, let's look at Saturday. Got a cold high pressing down. That's a 1047 millibar high that's over South Dakota. New storm begins to fire. Again, snow for Denver and New Mexico. They could be buried out there. Maybe some icing problems for the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. And rain continues. Where we are, that would be a cloudy and a showery and a warm day. And again, we might see mid-70s. Sunday, very mild, a chance of showers, but the big problems are in the west. This could be a major snow for Amarillo, Lubbock, Gage, Oklahoma, Trinidad, Colorado, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Icing could be a big problem for Oklahoma City, down to Childress, Texas. And then rain and storms over here where it's warm. But again, Sunday, I don't think it rains all day. The big action to the west of the state. And this is a week from today. This is Monday, December 28th, and that's problematic. A deep upper low with a negative tilt and a surface low is near Kansas City. And this almost looks like Wednesday of this week. This is Monday of next week, the 28th, and that could be another severe weather threat. So be aware of that. And then on Tuesday, the 29th, finally, we dry out and things turn a bit cooler, but nothing excessively cold. This is the end of the forecast as we are approaching the new year. It's a little troughing over the plain states. And again, that looks rather showery, with cold air to the north and west. We'll check temperatures for the next 15 days. Look at the blowtorch warmth this week. Potential for mid-70s. Wow, including Christmas Day. But then the cold weather fans, as we get into the new year, the pattern flips and a chance we turn cold with highs in the 40s and lows around freezing. We'll see. That's a long version today of the Weather Xtreme video. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and God bless.